Hello friends, I'm Kate Smith-Kors. I am a Reiki master, a tarot intuitive, and sometimes I even call myself a light worker. Every week I do an energy reading video where I talk about what the collective might need to know about their week ahead, what messages their angels, guides, ancestors have for them, and I go over some messages that I have been that have come through divine downloads or I've channeled. So I wanted to first start out and say that this is a collective reading, so this might not make sense for everybody. And I know that the messages that I'm getting for the collective aren't necessarily in line with the messages that I'm receiving for myself specifically. So just know that if these messages aren't resonating with you, that's fine. If you are looking for more clarity on something, you can always schedule a personal reading on my website, www.crystallizewithkate.com. Otherwise, if these messages are resonating with you, I would always love to hear how your week is going, how the messages are connecting for you. So, first I wanted to talk about on Friday, I believe, April 1st, we have a new moon in Aries. So I am excited about the potential energy with this. With new moons, we typically see this as a time of manifesting. Full moons, I usually use as a time for releasing. New moons, manifesting. So not only is this new moon in a very fiery sign, which, Aries is a fire sign, but it feels very creative. So when we're manifesting, we're looking to create something new. We're looking to add something into our life that we really want, a dream or a goal or a desire, which typically has kind of that fiery, passionate, creative energy. We're trying to create something into our life. So I love that this new moon is in a fire sign, but also I'd say take it one step further in that Aries is it's a cardinal sign, which is like a startup type of energy. So not only are you thinking, envisioning what you want to create in your life, but then you're starting that up. So I would say that for some of you, this might resonate, and this might be something that you'd want to consider for this new moon. But you aren't just thinking about what you want to manifest like in your head or psychologically, I guess. It's also physically doing the work, because I feel like Aries is a very go, 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 like let's get the energy moving type of sign. So not only are you doing the visualizations, you're getting yourself in the right mindset, but you're actually physically doing some things. So making sure that after this new moon, you're really putting in place the actionable steps that you can take to help allow your dreams to come to fruition. And I definitely see that here with the 10 of Wands. It's like, okay, now we're going to push ourselves forward. Maybe we've been doing some work. Maybe we've been going through a lot of healing lately, and I definitely think that can resonate for a lot of people. I think that there's been some clearing, emotional clearing that's been happening for a lot of people, and through getting rid of some of these old stagnant emotions, we're able to make room for the new beautiful things in our life. So I also pulled the Fool card. So this is also startup type of energy, a new adventure type of energy. So we have the Fool, which is trusting in the divine. He doesn't care that he's on the edge of this cliff about to walk off. He believes and has full faith that his angels are going to help him fly or help guide him. So in that same token, I wouldn't say, go on and just do something without any type of strategic planning. Definitely, do some inner work, investigative work, but then don't be afraid once you feel comfortable and you feel that it's right for you to take that step forward, to take that leap of faith, to help push you. Maybe this is the one last thing that you need to do to push yourself to where you need to be. So maybe what you're working on manifesting isn't something new. Maybe you've been working on manifesting it, but maybe this might be the last new moon that you need, that last creative energy, that last push forward. You're like, oh yeah, I've been planning this. I've been trying to get myself in the mindset, but maybe I haven't taken that actionable step yet. So this might be your sign that it's time to do that. We also have trust in higher forces, along with the High Priestess card. So there is very much an energy of needing to trust in the divine. And a little side story that I want to tell is this morning I had pulled my tarot and my oracle cards for myself, and my cat climbed up on my table after I had my spread all done and I was about to journal. She climbed up on my table, laid on top of my cards, and she was just purring and wanting me to pet her, trying to get my attention. And I'm like, I bet my angels sent her there, because my angels are telling me, you don't need the cards. You don't need the cards to give or to receive divine insight. You can directly ask us. You don't need that little extra thing that's going to push you over the edge. You're good enough just the way you are. And I feel like that's an important message here too, is that you are good enough just the way you are. And I'm going to get into that a little bit more with some other cards that I have here. So I'll put that on a side note. But also look at the areas of your life that have been shook up a little bit. What changes have come in? What things have cleared out of your life? And trust that that was done for a specific reason, that was guided by your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, like the God or the universe, whatever phrase or wording that you want to use. So here's an example. Say you've been really, really wanting to build your abundance, increase your wealth. And so you just got fired from your job. Like, what is this? I was just trying to manifest this abundance. But guess what? That job that you were in had no room for growth. It had no room for you to up level or increase. You weren't going to be getting raises. Your bosses did not care about you. They did not care about your mental health either. And it just was not fulfilling. So that's how sometimes our angels and our guides can kind of step in and shake our lives up a little bit, but they're answering our prayers. So trust in the higher forces. Trust that when things go a little crazy in your life, that your angels might be answering your prayers. So in order to increase your abundance, your angels knew that they were going to have to get you out of that dead-end job that you did not even enjoy anyway, to make room for you to be able to apply to these new jobs that are going to bring in more abundance. They're going to pay you more money than what you are already getting, or it'll leave room for you to bump up levels and maybe not only wealth as in monetary wealth, but also mental, emotional wealth. It's just, you feel wealthy because you work there. You feel like you have a good job. And I feel like that's another important thing that your angels and guides are wanting you to consider right now. Is I feel that what we've been taught is you need to go to college, or you need to make this amount of money. You want to get out of school and get a good job. So you want to have really good grades in school. But what is a good job? A good job, what we're told, is how much money we're making. And I just don't believe that's true. A good job to me is a job that's fulfilling. Not only in that I'm getting paid to do what I love, but I love my job and it's fulfilling me emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I feel like I'm helping others. I feel like I'm here to serve. So thinking about what messages you've been receiving, if you feel like this is a little bit of time, like a little bit of chaos in your life that has come in and you're like, why is this happening? Ask yourself, what have I been trying to manifest? What have I asked for? What have I asked my angels for? Have I asked for a newer car and my other car got totaled or something? I know that's a pretty extreme example, but maybe you are trying to manifest a new house and your landlord is about to kick you out. So that's another example. Your angels, how your angels can they have to push us sometimes, because sometimes we get too comfortable. So looking for the signs from our angels, trust in the higher forces and that they're behind some of the things that are happening in your life. Now, that side note that I had made earlier that I said I was going to come back to, I pulled the Lovers card and the Earth Mother card, feel loved and comforted. And I just love the energy of this because I feel that Aries season that we're in, and with the Aries new moon, if you are looking to bring love into your life, I don't necessarily always think of love per se with Aries, but the energy is telling me that for some of you in the collective, maybe bringing in love is a good idea. Maybe that's even self-love. I am manifesting a loving relationship with myself. I'm manifesting a loving relationship with my mother or my father or my sister or whoever it might be. You may be trying to manifest more feelings of connectedness. So you could see that in the High Priestess card, feeling connected to Source or your higher self. You might want to feel more connected to other people in your life. And that means that you have to allow love in. You have to understand that you are deserving of love. You are worthy of love. And so it's not always about what we can give to other people. It's also about how we can allow ourselves to fully accept us as we are and allow others to love us. Sometimes we don't allow others to love us, or we don't accept love into our lives because we don't feel that true love and acceptance for ourselves. So you might want to evaluate this week ahead your relationship with yourself, who you are. So when you think about, you say something like, I am unhappy. Who is I? Who is I? Is I this body? I don't think so. Is I something within my brain, or I don't think so. So keep going. Keep going with that. Who is I? What is I telling you? So I would highly encourage some of you this week to be a passive observer in your life, recognizing the feelings that you're having, because I feel like some of you, the feelings, the emotions might be coming up in certain areas, whether that be a fiery anger that you might be feeling, or maybe it's fiery, passionate, and sensual, or maybe it's fiery and creative and you want to make something new. So pay attention to the emotions that you're having. Be a passive observer in your life in some ways the best you can. Maybe incorporate that into your meditations if you do meditation. So that's one of the other messages that I've been receiving. That one really resonates. That one's hitting home for me personally. So that's part of what I was saying in the beginning, is that some of the messages that I've been receiving for the collective don't necessarily, they aren't not in line with my own messages, but they're a little different. Because when I think of Aries season and the Aries new moon, I think of startup energy. Let's get going. Let's take actionable steps. But at the same time, I'm receiving those messages of, whoa. Passively observe yourself in your life and the emotions that you're feeling. So as far as wanting to reach certain physical goals or materialistic goals, maybe take those actionable steps. But maybe in a mental, emotional way, it's telling you, the collective or your angels might be telling you to passively observe your life and the emotions, that the emotions are passing through your body. They don't define you. You are not those emotions. They come and they go. And so Maybe an exercise that you might want to try is envisioning a ball of light in front of you when you're starting to feel certain emotions. Maybe you're starting to feel really angry about something. Maybe somebody is really irritating you. Maybe envision a ball of maybe white light, because I think of source. Maybe it could be golden color, so divine, some type of divine color. So maybe envision that ball in front of you and envision the feelings that you are having going into the ball or passing into the ball, and kind of just observing it. Less in your body and more putting it out here for you to look at in a less personal way. What's really going on here? Is this really mine? Is this emotion that I'm having being triggered from another memory or something else that has happened? So just passively observing in that way might be a good idea for some of you. So that went a little bit deeper than I had even planned on going this week, but I feel like it's a message that some of you could really benefit from. And it might be something that you guys could work through in your week ahead. So I just wanted to do a reminder that my Reiki sessions are at a discounted price for the remainder of this week. And I do have my new crystal Reiki sessions, which is using beautiful crystal healing energy. I just love my piece of black tourmaline. It helps me feel so grounded and stable in times of stress and chaos. But I have lots of other crystals that I use as well. So if you're looking for a crystal Reiki session, which incorporates crystal healing and Reiki, which is the life force energy healing, along with any divine messages that I have received at that time, it's a combination of those. So if you're interested in that session, you can schedule on www.crystallizewithkate.com or private message me. I do usually have a little bit more availability than what it shows online. Other than that, I hope you have a beautiful week ahead, and I will be seeing you guys later. Bye.